But the fact is that he does have opportunity or does have the right to take the child, pick up the child, and be involved in the schooling. He would have that right anyway pursuant to MCL 722.30.
Yes.
Ma'am, don't shake your head unless you know the law. Or that the child be turned over to him immediately, forthwith, and that he will have the child for the 63 days that he has been denied as make-up parenting time.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got something pretty good today, man. We got something great, right? We got something great for once. For once, man, we see a judge, man, being on the father's side for once, man. And once again, it's never a situation where it's, I mean, dang, man, hey, listen, can we just get a dog? Can we just give a dog a bone for once? Even if the man is in the wrong, can the judge look out for the guy? No, we only want the judge to look out for the guy when the guy is in the right. And most of the time, the fathers are always in the right? But hey, guess what, man? You have a lot of bitter baby mothers, right, who want to put fathers on child support, who want to alienate their children from the fathers. I mean, once again, you just can scroll through my whole channel. You can see it. These are, I react to examples, right? I react to real life examples. Right. So once again, it's not something that I'm just pulling out the crack of my ass. It's not something, man, that I'm over here, man, just making up. This is something that I'm seeing. This is something that we are all seeing. Now, you do have a group of people who like to be disingenuous. You have a group of women who like to be disingenuous. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Right. But for once, man, you have a father who pretty much was, in a sense, being alienated from his own child. Right, what we always talk about, what we always see. Once again, you check through my whole videos, you have women alienating their children and from the fathers, right? And guess what? Even the judges still don't care, right? The judges still do not care. But from this video here, man, she tried to, I believe she held this child away from this man for 63 days, right? 63 days, man. Right, that's 2 months, right? 2 months and some change, man. So, I mean, once again, that's 2 months, right? Yeah, that's pretty much 2 months, man. I mean, what are we doing here? Right? What are we doing here, man? So let's just go ahead, man, and look at this beauty here.
But the fact is that he does have opportunity or does have the right to take the child, pick up the child, and be involved in the schooling. He would have that right anyway pursuant to MCL 722.30.
Yes.
Ma'am, don't shake your head unless you know the law. Or that the child be turned over to him immediately, forthwith, and that he will have the child for the 63 days that he has been denied as make-up parenting time. Yeah. As a result of your failing to turn over, as this court has ordered, the court is going to remand you to the Calhoun County Sheriff, where you will remain incarcerated until such time as the child is turned over to the plaintiff.
Okay.
So you can go with the deputy. I'll have the deputy take you. He can take you to the holding tank, and then we'll see that you're going to have to make your phone call and make sure that whoever, where the child is, that the child is turned over. But at this point, you will remain incarcerated.
Can we go ahead, man, and clap it up? Can we just go ahead and just clap it up, man? Can we just clap it up, man? Because once again, man, so many women abuse the system so many times, man, and they get away with it. And we see so many corrupt judges allowing this. If any judge sits here, man, and says, hey, this guy has to pay child support, and the father is already an active father in the child's life, once again, man, he is a corrupt judge. At the end of the day, they are corrupt judges, man, if they're always siding with the woman and they know dang well, man, the woman should not be getting this man money, getting any man's money. Once again, man, they are corrupt judges, right? So for once, we get a judge, man, that wants to play the game fairly, right? It's either they play it fairly or they're being very biased towards women. It's either one or the other, but very rare does it ever go in a man's favor. And it's sad. This is the stuff that we have to see. But I mean, hey, once again, man, the fact that you try to sit over here and you took this child away from this man, this is what men have to go through every single day. KB, do you have kids? No, I do not. So how can you really talk about stuff like this? Because I got eyeballs. I can see. I have compassion. I have common sense. I mean, that's really all life consists of is common sense. If you use common sense, man, life will be a lot easier for you. I don't need to sit over here, man, and go to the courts and have my girlfriend put me through the ringer, man, just for me to understand this stuff, man, just for me to then sit over here and come back and say the exact same thing I'm saying to y'all. It doesn't make any sense, right? So once again, man, this stuff is toxic. This stuff is wicked. So, we got to go ahead and read the comments, man. Let's go ahead and read the comments, man. And the comments, beautiful. The comments are beautiful. Chef kisses. But once again, man, we're always going to have that one sister or that one brother, man, that's who's going to mess it up. So let's just go ahead and read and let's see, man, what they are talking about in the comments, man. So beginning, man, the top comment says, finally, stop punishing fathers, man, because of bitterness. That's pretty much what most of your court is about, right? Bitterness, right? Someone else says, mother ought to serve a minimum of 63 days. Somebody else says, this needs to happen more often. The judge did right by that man. And this is coming from one of your beautiful queens, your beautiful sisters, man. You got to support them, man, especially when they're sitting over here advocating for guys, when they're advocating for men, when they're advocating for their kings, man. So once again, somebody else says, support fathers, man. Some are just trying to be good dads. That's all it boils down to, man. That's all it boils down to. Someone says there has to be a reason she's keeping the child away from her father. Did they look into it? Told y'all, right? There's always going to be that one, right? There's always going to be that one, man. And with that logo and with love to bling, I mean, hey, yeah, I'm assuming it's a woman, right? I'm assuming it's a woman. But moving on, man, somebody else says, girl, what? You don't want to help? Then somebody else says, we need way more of this. Family courts are full of, you already know, man, the guys, man, who will sit there and watch their wives get plowed to oblivion, right? So he says the C word, and then he says imps, male judges who destroy families for money. Then somebody else says, mothers, stop this nonsense. Your child will grow up alone with no family because of your poor decisions. Then somebody else says, hands down the best post I have seen in my entire life. I can attest to that, brother. I mean, it's just pleasing, man. It's pleasing, man, to see stuff like this. Because once again, that video that I reacted to a couple of days ago is wild. Where this brother had to sit over here and cough up an extra, like I think he had to cough up like an extra a couple of $100. The dude has to pay $1,100 monthly in child support to a woman who has a husband, right? And she has not worked in 3 years, but he has to pay her $1,100. It's crazy, man. And the way the judge was talking to him, crazy. So of course, I mean, it's kind of wild. I mean, 384 comments, man, to that 38 likes. Right? So did anyone ask the child? I mean, hey, once again, man. So you happen to have two of them. But somebody says this is what happens when women want to keep putting the state in the affairs of parenting. When it flips and they have to pay the consequences, all of a sudden they want to say that the justice system is unfair. Once again, man. I mean, women are very hypocritical. Let's just put it that way. Right? They can sit over here and use the system against the man, but when the system is used back, it's always an issue.
So I'm living my best life. And then somebody, I ain't gonna say no names, but I also might call him my baby daddy, decided when he got out the military after doing 20 plus years, that retirement, disability, and school money wasn't enough for him. So he had to hit his baby mama for child support. And so I was like, dang, baby daddy, I'm not doing enough. Do you need more help? What do I need to help with? Do I need to help with your mortgage? Do I need to pay a bill? Do I need to take over a tuition? What do I need to do more of? And he like, I don't know.
Until we go to court.
Then I can't.
I just thought, since you have the money and you know what, you know that we have lived in a homeless shelter for over 6 months. We're not anymore. I dug myself out by my fucking skin of my teeth.
Are y'all not working? Like, y'all both have jobs? Because I'm assuming like I don't understand.
Yes, Brooke, I work 12-hour days. I bust my ass.
Then why are you complaining about this money that Jeff owes to his kids?
He doesn't owe you $600 a goddamn month.
But men go to jail for abandoning his responsibility all the time. But here's a man that wants to be in a child's life and being denied. This should happen more often, or take these states out of parenting affairs, including child support. We're the only country that enforces these unfair child support laws on men. Let me complete that for you. On men, right? Because once again, only men are affected by this stuff. So, man, pretty much going back to that comment, man, there has to be a reason she's keeping the child away from her father. Did they look into it, right? So someone says most of the time it is control and bitterness. Somebody else says, bruh, what? Just delete what you said at this point, because it does not cost nothing at all to actually think before you say some goofy BS that just makes you look slow for real. And then somebody else says, because the woman's a psycho. No surprise. Then somebody else put a bunch of laughing faces. And then somebody else says, yeah, it's called a bitter emotional mess of a woman. That's the reason. That reason is called bitterness. Punishing the man for not being with her. Stop making excuses for these bitter women. Then somebody else says, yeah, no meat. And he stopped giving a bird about the woman. How's that for a reason? Then somebody else says, yeah, just like it's a reason when my children's mother does it. Then somebody else says, actually, that's pretty uncommon. Most women are bitter and want to control and manipulate the man to punish him. Seen it way too many times, man. And you have another lovely milk and magnesia.
My milk of magnesia. Oh, after the devil made you, he broke the mold.
I mean, hey, man, look, y'all let me know down below, man. How do y'all feel about it, right? Once again, man, hey, look, y'all let me know down below. How do y'all feel about this, man? Like I said, this is ridiculous, but for the most part, it is a W in our book, man. And at the end of the day, you can just only clap it up for that brother. You need to clap it up for that brother or a white man or whoever's in that situation. Pretty sure it was a white man, but you got to clap it up for them, right? You got to clap it up for them because it's just sad. This is what we have to deal with. As a man in general, this is what we have to deal with. So do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel.